Hello and welcome to this week's edition of McBookie's Top Tartan Tips, and I'm joined by Tam McManus and Mark Walker. It's the first Dundee Derby of the season, a game that we're very much looking forward here at McBookie. So I'll come to you first, Tam, ex-Dundee player. Who do you think's going to pick up the 3 points?
It's a very difficult one to call, Paul, to be honest. I think both teams, Dundee United have obviously started the stronger, but I think Dundee are a better side on paper, so I'm going to kind of stay away from the match result. I think the 90 minutes that Lee Griffiths got last week against Livingston will be enormous for him. I think you'll see a much sharper player. I looked at him for the first goal at 11-2, but I'm going to go safer. I'm going to go any time Lee Griffiths at 94. I think this is a game he breaks his duck back at Dundee, at Tannadice, big game. And I fancy Lee Griffiths strongly any time at 94.
Yeah, as you say, getting 90 minutes under his belt will do him the power of good. Mark, who do you think's going to pick up the win, or do you see it being a tight game and a draw?
Well, as Tam says, it's very, very difficult to call. Both teams haven't managed to score in the last 2 games, so you wouldn't be expecting too many goals. However, if you look at the historical aspect of this fixture, there usually are quite a lot of goals in this game. It's their first meet in the top flight for 6 years. I've just got a wee feeling it could actually be quite an interesting game with a lot of goals, and I'm going to go for an outside bet, a big price. Both teams to score in the first half at 4-1. I think they both try and get right in amongst each other right from the start, and there could be goals. I hope so anyway.
Yeah, definitely. There's normally goals in this game, so hopefully it's a high-scoring game. Certainly the punters will be looking for it to be a high-scoring game from the bookings' point of view. So we'll be keeping an eye on those prices. Let's look at the other games over the weekend. Mark, I'll come to you first. What's your best bet on the other games in the SPFL?
Nats in League One, Queen's Park to win at Clyde at 10-11. Started the season really well. Top of the league, only lost 1 game this season. I think that was at Motherwell in the League Cup. They've only conceded 1 goal in the last 5 games. Don't score an awful lot of goals, but I think if they can keep David Goodwillie quiet, they can go on and win at Broadwood at a good price at 10-11. So Queen's Park to win.
That's the key, keeping David Goodwillie quiet when you're up against Clyde. Tam, what's your other best bet in the leagues this week?
I'm going to go for an outsider. I'm going to go for the Peterhead Cove Rangers game. I'm going to go for both teams to score in both halves at 14-1. I think there'll be goals in that. I think Cove Rangers, the way they play, they're very attacking. They play with the 2 strikers. And I think there'll be goals in that game. So I'm going to go for a wee outside bet this weekend. Cove Rangers, Peterhead, both teams to score in both halves.
So there you go. Mark is going for Queen's Park to beat Clyde at 10-11. And Tam going for a big outsider. Both teams to score in both halves in the Peterhead v Cove Rangers match. If you're having a bet this weekend, then remember to have a look at the McBookie site. We'll also have all Scottish Cup first round matches priced up, so that's always an interesting weekend in the Scottish football. And the best of luck with your bets.